What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be trying out a bit of a fun team here in the EUIC meta. I'm going to be trying out a triple dragon team. Well, kind of. It's triple dragon fast moves. Milotic, not quite a dragon-type Pokemon, but I feel like it's actually a pretty underrated pick right now in the meta. It's able to be pretty bulky, it's pretty spammy as well with Dragon Tail plus Aqua Tail, and while we are kind of 3 times weak to Grimmsnarl in a way, I don't think Grimmsnarl is even remotely that good of a Pokemon. I feel like we still have play into it, so I feel like this team should have quite a bit of play. Really quick, before we do get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. We'll see Xvilis here into Shadow Milotic. Okay, fellow Milotic enthusiast. I do not like this matchup, I'll be honest. We'll swap here. Try to do 2 and swap, but I don't know if I got that off properly. I think I didn't, because I'm, like, desynced to Dragon Tail, unfortunately. But that's fine. We can at least survive this. Big wrap coming through. If I can, I want to get a wrap off against them as well, because I don't really like this Pokemon. It feels like a bit of a scary pick to see against my backline here. Okay, we wrap them as well. But they are up the Dragon Tail, so they can outpace us to the wrap. We go on CMP. They end up going and winning CMP like a real sucker. I'm going to shield this, though. I feel like I have to. I need to either get this off or potentially get a shield from them. I don't know what I'd prefer. Probably a shield, I guess, would be better. But we'll see. Okay, they do let that go. And they swap into Kingdra here. That's only a Swift. I don't feel like I can shield that, but it seems like my opponent has a pretty similar idea on team comps to me today. They are going for the classic triple dragon strat. I don't know why it's looking like I'm doing more damage to them than they are doing to me, but I like that. It means my Xvilis might have some sort of bulk point against this, which could be helpful to get my shield advantage back. Yeah, we get the shield there. We try to get another body slam off before they farm us down, and they do have to throw energy. Okay, so now it's going to be down to Dragalge to try to win this game. There's a lot of things Dragalge can have play into, but I would be worried about a third Dragon-type Pokemon, and Dragalge's not the best dragon to take down other dragons, unfortunately. Okay, no move reached by the Kingdra. They have a catch opportunity on that Milotic as well, so keep that in mind. But I have, I guess, a catch opportunity myself, so we'll see what they bring in. Oh, classic. They Aqua Tail us, straight up. I mean, I have to shield this, unfortunately. We'll go for a bit of a crazy bait here. We'll see if it's going to work out. We get a bait. And we get this move through. I think that wins us the game. We make sure no catch happens. Outrage should easily one-shot this. And I think we Dragon Tail down that Milotic. Yeah, okay. Triple Dragon into Triple Dragon, basically, there. I don't know how we just won that one. Let's go. Alright, next battle, we'll see Shadow's Xvilis into a Dunsparse. Okay. I'd have to imagine this is a pretty good lead the longer this goes on for Shadow's Xvilis. But we'll see what they want to do. They are staying in here. 6. We'll go for a Dark Pulse, because I want to get his shield here if I can. I have a lot of high damaging attacks in the backline. Well, that's a lie. I have Outrage, I guess. But just getting the damage here feels really helpful. They're at 6 right now, so that means they're 1 away from another Drill Run or Rock Slide. I should survive this, and we'll see what they want to do. Nice, we get a full catch and Dragon Tail sneak here. So now this Dunsparce is going to be behind in energy all the time against my Milotic. And I do have energy still left over on my Xvilis. We actually catch a Rock Slide there too, that's kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to wrap this first. Licky Licky is such a bulky Pokemon that I think I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of just debuffing their defense stat and seeing what they want to do. Big wrap. They could go for an Earthquake here, but I do think I survive that. We'll see what they do. Honestly, I'd love an Earthquake to come through. I think 2 Body Slams is the most efficient way to knock me out. Yeah, they agree, actually. Smart play by them. And they are over-farming as well, which is also a pretty smart play. But we can swap out here, go for the Body Slam we have stored, and this either gets a shield or it snipes down so much energy this Pokemon has. Let's see what they do. They do shield that, that's fine. Do I get another move off here? I don't. Just barely. Okay. Okay. Gonna be an interesting game here. I have a lot of Dragon-type damage, but what I don't have at this point is a lot of charge attack pressure left this game. We have to shield the Swift. But I'm actually going to do something kind of crazy. I'm just going to go for the instant Aqua Tail. I feel like they do kind of have to shield at this point. If they don't shield, they might just get farmed down. Okay, well, they do no-shield that. I'm going to let this go. I think I survive still, right? Yeah. And we can swap here into Milotic. This game's gonna get so weird. I don't know how it's gonna play out, because that Dunsparse is still around, too. They have a lot of energy here, though, right? They might just get a second Body Slam off. I think I'm just too low on HP. Having Aqua Tail as my coverage move against opposing dragons is just a little bit too tragic here. Wait, we actually do survive that. That is interesting. I'm going to undercharge this because I don't actually want to knock them out. I want to get... Oh, no. Because now, yeah, they get the extra Dragon Tail. Or they take a Dragon Tail from my Milotic instead of the Dragon Tail from my Dragalge. Which okay, honestly, seeing the HP here, I don't think it would have mattered. Oh, man. Dragalge just not good enough in the backline to deal with the other dragons here, unfortunately. We get knocked out by the Drill Run. Well played to our opponent. Probably had a chance somehow, though. Alright, next game. We'll see his Violet into Furret. This is probably not ideal for us, just because Furret likely is going to be able to go for Brick Breaks against us. It's kind of funny, because I think in Open Greatly, this matchup would actually be pretty good for his Violet, saying they would likely be on Sucker Punch and Trailblaze instead, but we'll go for the catch on the Brick Break. We got a full sneak. Oh, they actually go for a Swift Bait, I guess, which is honestly maybe a little bit better for us, saying, well, it is a little bit cheaper. Now my Milotic is not debuffed. They're at 4, so they're dry after this. I think I can get to 2 Aqua Tails here before they're able to get the next Swift off, which should be pretty helpful. Oh, they caught on... Okay, Licky Licky, that's fine. I was kind of worried they'd, like, catch on a dragon or something. That'd be bad. I probably should have gone for Wrap, but, you know, I wasn't expecting them to catch in the first place, so that's fine. We'll wrap this. We have a lot of energy still left over on our Violet, so we can debuff them here. And we can swap back into his Violet and see what they want to do. Well, that's only 4, right? Like, that's Shadow Ball at the most, and I think my Violet would be very fine taking that. Yeah, Body Slam makes sense here, though. They're 2 more rollouts away from the next move. But, like, honestly, I feel like my energy here is going to be pretty annoying to deal with if I just go for a little bit of an overfarm here. So I'm fine going down to shield just to see what they want to do. They come back in for it. And I feel like they could no-shield this, so I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse here just to play it safe and get a shield back. They do shield, though, so a bit of a waste of energy there by me. But we can get another Body Slam off before their Swift is reached. I throw an Alignment. Looks like they didn't go for a CMP. But that's fine, because Body Slam's going to put them down pretty low. And once again, we catch a move here on our Milotic, which is pretty cool. They go for the Swift. It does knock us out. I hope I can Dragon Tail this down before they get to another move. Looks like I can. Okay, well, Dragalge in the backline. Is it going to be good enough? Spiritomb as their final Pokemon. Okay. We'll see what they want to do. They likely go for no shields here against these attacks, because they know it's a very likely bait. Yeah. But I think that's fine, because I just want damage here more than anything else. Do they no-shield again? They do. Alright. This is going to come down to the wire now, with our Dragalge needing to put in a lot of work here. But I feel like there is a chance. Let's sync our fast moves back up here. Normally throwing a charge attack in this situation would be a bad idea, but since they're down a turn anyway, they still get denied that rollout by going for this move. And now, as long as they're not at back-to-back right now, I should win, but they do throw energy here. Then again, Body Slam probably doesn't knock us out. There's a chance if they're at back-to-back right now, I can farm down an Aqua Tail to Spiritomb anyway. Okay, they're not there. We'll get the guaranteed knockout. They did CMP on the Body Slam. They were on their 2-cycle at that point. But I think Spiritomb at this point is just in Dragon Tail downrange before they can Sucker Punch us down or reach another charge attack, right? It's going to be close. But there we go. Okay, we actually pulled it out in the end. All right. Triple Dragon's actually... It's doing better than I thought it would. All right, next game we'll see Xylis into Shadow Drapion. This is actually a really good matchup for me. Well, on paper it is, right? I wall the charge attack pressure, but what we have to keep in mind is while I do technically wall the charge attacks from that thing, we're in a spot where, you know, it's a shadow into a shadow. Damage would still be pretty hard to take on my Shadow Xylis there, but they do swap out into Shadow Tyranitar. I bring in Milotic. We go for the Aqua Tail. Big surprise, they shield. And we'll see how they play this out. I think they go straight Brutal Swing, right? I would imagine so. Yeah. I'm glad that I no-shielded that and not like a crazy attack there. Like a Stone Edge. Because at this point, I'm really good into Drapion with my team. I have Dragalge as well as Xylis that have a lot of play into it. And I realistically just kind of need this Tyranitar to go away. Let's see if they go down shields here. If they do, I think I just switch. Yeah, I can't give a farm down over. They're going to be in Body Slam range by the time I get there, too. Did they catch? They're not supposed to do that. On Vigoroth, what? Okay. Well, that's a crazy Pokemon to see. But I think we're in a good spot here still. Because Vigoroth is not going to get a lot of damage with counters here. Well, it will, but not before I do a lot of damage to them. They throw immediately. I guess I should have CMP'd a Body Slam there. Bit of a misplay. But I'm just going to overfarm a lot of energy here. Go for a farm down even. Body Slam's not going to do that much to us. Drapion is dry. Tyranitar has a lot of energy on it, but they're not quite at a Brutal Swing just yet. Okay. This might be crazy, but I think I just blind Outrage whatever comes in. Because, like, I'm not really worried this game. Like, I'm worried about a Peekaboo happening. Ooh, actually, they do reach an attack here. They were at a move. Dang, okay. I thought they were, like, 1 away. I thought I'd be able to outpace this. So I waste a little bit of energy going for an Outrage against this Pokemon, but I think that's fine. I wouldn't reach 2 charge attacks into that Drapion anyway. And I'm still outside of Aqua Tail range. So I should be able to do 3 Dragon Tails and Outrage no matter what here, and that should be fine. And I still have my Milotic around, which should be able to finish the job. They're at 5 right now, so they do have the Crunch ready to go. But they need a Crunch plus an Aqua Tail here. I don't think they have the HP to make that work. Yeah, no, not at all. Nice. Okay, Dragalge, once again, clutching out the win. Shadow Xylis into Shadow Beedrill. Oh no. Likely on Bug Bite. I gotta get out of here. This is terrible. But Milotic should be able to at least outpace this to an Aqua Tail, which is good. Unless they go for a catch, which would be really mean. But no catch comes through. We get to an Aqua Tail, likely getting a shield or a decent chunk of this thing's HP. Okay, we do get a shield. They might go for the Fell Stinger here. No, they don't, but I survive and I get the Aqua Tail, please? I do. But they swap. Actually, that's huge for me that they swap into Spiritomb, isn't it? Spiritomb is one of the most abusable Pokemon in the game by a Xylis, especially getting some chip damage here. I might even just be able to go for a 1-shield farm down, because they're going to be 14 Sucker Punches from back-to-back moves. Yeah, I just shield once farm down. Shadow Beedrill does not want to take Body Slams from a Xylis, right? Or Dark Pulses. I guess Dark Pulse is what I probably should be going for just to guarantee shields. Because I'll get back-to-back attacks here. Okay, that was kind of laggy, but we do get the full farm down. That's good news. Beedrill likely comes in, unless something else wants to take all of this damage. Okay. I guess we see the Licky Licky come in instead, which I guess is fine, because we don't have a great way to deal with this anyway. Whereas our Dragalge's pretty good into the other guy. They Body Slam us immediately, that's fine. We'll shield this up. I think we're fine here, right? That hurt. The, like, 1 or 2 bug baits I got there just destroyed my HP, but we get the Dark Pulse off. Yeah, we get the shield. You know, I guess it could be on Drill Run. But I've seen so many of these on the mono bug moveset, and I think that's the case there. They top left. We get the win. There we go. Okay, that was kind of a dicey one, because Shadow Beedrill is such a bad lead for us, but I guess we got a 4-1 here with this triple dragon team. I kind of thought this was going to be more of a for fun team rather than a tryhard team, but that gets us up into 3150s, 3157. Oh my goodness. All right, next game we'll see Shadow's Violets into Shadow Kingdra. Interesting, interesting. I'm kind of curious about who wins this matchup head-to-head. Looks like my Dragon Breath damage is actually just shredding them right now. I say, like, as if my HP isn't pretty low, too. But I feel like this is not a bad play to just, like, kind of shield this, farm up a little bit, and see what they want to do here. Because I have some pretty impactful damage I can get off against them. I'm not going to risk the DRE here. Maybe I should have. They're at the Swift, so if they shield this up, they're likely going to be able to get their next move off first. This CMP is pretty IV dependent, and they do just let that go. Okay, we don't let that get farmed down. Slide Ops comes in. Milotic says hello. We'll go for the Aqua Tail. And if they're going to stay in this matchup, then at least I can trip this down, keep my Vilas around potentially later on this game. And now that we've seen the Kingdra go down, that is one of the scarier Pokemon that my Dragalge could really see in this meta. Do they Rock Tomb us or Lunge? Rock Tomb does do a little bit more raw damage. Lunge, however, is cheaper, and that is what we see them throw. I'm going to go maybe for a greedy play. I'm going to go for the Wrap here. I'm hoping I can survive long enough to get to another Aqua Tail after this. If I can't, this is a bad play, but I feel like for some reason I can. It's going to be so close. Milotic is just too good, though. We do actually survive. We get the move off. And they have a lot of energy here. I don't love that necessarily, but it's not going to do that much into Dragalge, right? So we can let this go. If we need to, we can clear our debuff using our Xvilis, and Xvilis also gets another move off this game. We'll see what they bring in, though. Oh, Sucker Punch Furret? That's kind of crazy. Don't see that too often these days. Normally it's Quick Attack in this meta. They're at 5, so they have a move right now. They let that go. 7. Wow, okay. Well, they let us get 2 Body Slams off here. That's going to do most of their HP if they let this go. So likely we get his shield here. Yeah. 8. 9. Okay. 10. I'm getting pretty low, though, I will admit. Maybe I should no-shield this, because it's likely a... Well, it could be a Brick Break bait or something that would lower my defense. Do I survive the fast move pressure here to get to 2 Aqua Tails? I don't think I do, actually. I probably should have done a Dragon Tail and thrown, but I was kind of worried about a catch, but I actually don't think this Aqua Tail's enough damage here now. Oh, I just get bug bitten down. No! Ah, that's so close, actually. Dang, well played to them. Alright, next opponent, Poke Moneymaker. Very good battler. Let's see what he's running. Kingdra lead, Battle of the Dragons. Alright. Big question's gonna be, do they instantly Swift us? If they do, honestly, I think I might just let my Xvilis take it, because the damage here is not doing that much to us. Do I take it? No. No, we're saving our Xvilis. What am I talking about? We like this little dude. We're gonna shield that up. And it's a good thing I do, because they come in with a Licky here. And that Pokemon is conventionally kind of hard to take down. So I'm happy that we can at least do some nice chip damage here. Maybe with a Dark Pulse, maybe they shield, maybe they don't. I'm happy landing that attack. 4? Okay. I survive a Body Slam. I can build up even more energy here. And then catch the next Body Slam probably on my Milotic. Yeah, we go for the catch. They don't fall for it, actually, so nice play by them. But they threw after 4 rollouts of energy. I guess that could be a Shadow Ball, but do you run Shadow Ball? Oh, I guess you do. That answers that. But I get the full farm down here anyway. But they come in Kingdra, actually. Interesting. I guess Wrap here will lower their defense stat. I'm a little bit concerned, though, that with the non-stab damage I'm throwing here, maybe they get to a Swift, but it is super effective Dragon Tails. Ah, they do get the move. Swift will hurt, but I do survive it, so we'll no-shield this. We have energy still left over on our Xylis. We have our Dragalge still full HP. So I'm going to go instantly for the wrap here. We'll see what they bring in. I could swap, I guess, but I feel like not doing that. Shadow Drapion. Beautiful, actually. I'm going to come in Dragalge here immediately. I still have my energy left over on my Xylis here. They no-shield that, so they're just at risk of getting farmed down at this point. We know their moveset on Licky Licky. We know it's not on Earthquake, so we shield this up. No debuff, please. That'd be annoying. Thank you. Yeah, we should have this game, right? Because, well, they did body slam. So I was like, what if they're on double nukes? But no, we've seen their whole moveset here. We farm this down. We have a move ready to go on our Xylis. This should be game. Yeah, Dragalge just a little bit too good against the Shadow Drapion here in the back line. It's able to wall the fast food pressure quite a bit, and while Crunch is a pretty strong move itself, what we have to keep in mind is Dragalge is no slouch. It would have survived that, I'm pretty sure. And then, like, we outpace them, Aqua Tail, Body Slam, and we win. Alright, next game. We'll see Shadow Xylis into Shadow Tyranitar. I actually don't like that, believe it or not. But, I mean, I think I know what I want to do here. Because, while Shadow Tyranitar is a very cool pick, it's very squishy. So, what would happen if they were to no-shield a Shadow Body Slam? Likely, they are in farm down range after that, right? Yeah, so they have to shield that up. We'll come in with our Milotic. Do they, like, just bait us here? I feel like they bait. Yeah. They're gonna catch as well, for sure. They actually don't catch. But this is fine. Milotic has done at least some work here against this Pokemon, which is kind of cool. What is this? Seeking. Okay. I don't know how to feel about Seeking, because it has Icy Wind, right? Likely Icy Wind Megahorn's a moveset they're running. But they might be on Drill Run as well. They throw a move. I guess that could be a Drill Run. We'll see. I would be very interested to see what moveset they're on. It's just an Icy Wind. Let's swap. Save our energy there if we can. And we'll go... Oh. I lose that CMP? Okay, that's on me. That's on me, actually. Wait, I don't know my Seeking matchups. I'm so sorry. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. How did I not know I'd lose CMP there? Don't ask me. I don't play this game for a living. Don't at me. Okay, we Aqua Tail first. That's good. That's good. If we one-shot something in the back line, then we can still win. They do shield that, like a stinker. Alright. It was kind of risky. I almost didn't get this off. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen in this game. What's their final Pokemon? Like, I don't even know what I could beat in the back at this point. I feel like too many things are just too bulky in this meta. That's one of them, right? Spidop's the classic menace that it is. They can also go for a catch here if they want to, but they don't even need to, is the problem. An Outrage does a lot of damage, but Bug Bite, while it is resisted, the fun fact about Spidops I can tell you in this meta, it always does 2 damage minimum against every single Pokemon as long as its attack's not debuffed in this meta. So yeah, it adds up way too quick. Despite walling off that fast food pressure, technically, the Rock Tomb should be more than enough to knock us out. Dang, okay, well, I feel like a bit of a fraud, because I CMP'd them when I shouldn't have with our Xylis. We could have got more use out of that than we did, but that's fine. Alright, next battle. Shadow Xylis into Shadow Drapion. Not bad, I'd say. We do wall the energy, technically, unless they have, like, Fell Stinger or Sludge Bomb, which would be kind of crazy, in my opinion. Okay, Miltank comes in here, of all things. I kind of wonder what their moveset is. I've seen a lot of different Miltank movesets in my time. I think Ice Beam makes the most sense in this meta. So we'll go here for a catch attempt. We don't quite get it, and if they do have Thunderbolt, I should still be able to survive that move pretty easily. Yeah, just Body Slam. I would assume Ice Beam. Maybe Gyro Ball. I've actually seen like a couple Gyro Ball Miltanks in my time here in this meta. Yeah, another Body Slam comes through, but we survived that pretty easily here. We survived the next Body Slam as well, so we can come out of this with almost 100 energy. That's going to be kind of hard to take down. They likely switch here. Yeah. So we'll go for the instant wrap into Aqua Tail play. This will lower their defense and get them pretty low. And hopefully set up my Xylis for a nice farm down before they get a crunch off. But honestly, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I should have done this a little bit differently here. Or maybe I should have stored the energy. No, I think we farmed down. That's only an Aqua Tail. I survive it. We no-shield this. There's likely going to be some sort of Shadow's Xylis counter in the backline, if that even exists. Wouldn't be surprised with a bug type, is all I'm saying. Yep. There it is. Oh, that's an Ariados. I could have thrown in good timing. I thought this was a Shadow Beedrill. That's an Ariados. A little bit more playable, actually, even for Xylis here. Get a shield from that. Was that, I guess maybe that's a lunge. Was that a cross poison, though? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why I was kind of tripping there. It's like, wait, that was really quick. But we know we wall this energy, technically. 8. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what this Ariados can do into us now. If they no-shield this, they can be my guest, but they don't really get much done. Yeah, I mean, it's so bad for Ariados with that matchup, but we'll take the win. All right, next opponent, we'll see Shadow's Xylis into Shadow Drapion. This is why we have the Shadow's Xylis. A pretty good matchup into this, I'd say, but we'll see what they want to do. This is a Licky here. Okay, not terrible. 4. All right, Body Slam at the worst. And we know we're really strong this game into that Shadow Drapion, so I don't necessarily need switch advantage. 5. We'll go for the Dark Pulse just to try to get as much raw damage here as we can. Landing this attack makes it really awkward for them to try to deal with this Xylis later on. No-shilling that is probably a pretty smart play, though. But Milotic is bulky enough here that I think we're going to be able to survive an Earthquake plus a Body Slam pretty consistently. They just Body Slam us, actually. Okay, not even Earthquake. I'm just going to build up energy, though. That way, just in case they do swap back into that Drapion, I'll have some energy on Milotic to be able to throw into it. Let's see what they do. Body Slam again. Interesting. We have back-to-back Aqua Tails here. They did CMP us, which is kind of interesting. But I don't need Switch this game, necessarily. I just kind of want this Licky to be low, so if I do happen to lose Switch, I am fine with that. If they Earthquake us or something here, right? Big Body Slam. We do survive that. Let's get to back-to-back Aqua Tails here. This way I can Aqua Tail whatever comes in. If it's the Drapion, they get chipped down quite a bit. If it's anything else, you know, I guess we'll see. Oh! They go down shields to try to win switch advantage? I don't know how good of a play that's going to be for them. Because I have my Dragalge in the back. I might as well shield this up just to be able to potentially Dark Pulse something if I need to. But in comes the Spidops as the final Pokemon. I mean, I don't know why I'm acting surprised. That does make sense. We'll see how this plays out. I do land the Outrage before a debuff comes through, which is kind of huge. It's going to mean this damage is going to really sting. Yeah, that's going to be hard for them to come back from, I think. But Shadow Drapion is pretty spammy. I'm pretty low on HP as well with my Shadow Xylis, so that could be a little bit scary. But they only go for a lunge there. I think that's a big misplay. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like that's a misplay. Because at this point, now I'm not even in farm down range. Yeah, they do instantly bring in the Drapion here. Really smart play. But if I go for an Aqua Tail, I think now a Body Slam will be enough to knock him out. And as long as I don't let a catch happen, I should be able to win. Seven. Nice. No catch comes through. Body Slam might not be enough here to knock out straight up, but it should easily put them into farm down range. Yeah. Alright, they're back-to-back Aqua Tails here, actually. I'll let this go. Alright, lose condition as Licky Licky gets to a body slam now. Will it have enough HP to be able to do that? Or, well, it has to be one away or be at it now. And yeah, it doesn't. Dragalge closes it out. And once again here, we get the win. Alright, I think that's a 3-2 set, right? Yeah, honestly, triple dragon users was not a bad team. I didn't realize this team was going to be that good. But Milotic really did put in some work here today. And just being so good into Shadow Drapion, we saw so many of those in these sets. It really was, it worked out way better than I thought it could. Not even Grimmsnarl could stop this team. I don't really know why this team worked out as well as it did today, but I guess there are just a lot of good neutral Pokemon here, and this Violet Dragalge core is actually pretty strong, and Milotic pulled in so much weight here in the back line. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.